telling stories late at night. Hello, listeners. Today I will tell you a story about a bearded mother-in-law and a son named Daniel. Before starting the story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow good stories that are easy to sleep late at night. Okay, let's begin. In a peaceful suburb of Estonia, there is a family of 3 living in a small house next to a village road. It is the family of Maria, a kind and gentle old mother who has worked hard all her life for her children. Maria is 72 years old this year, with a thin body. Her hair is as white as cotton, and her face always has a gentle smile even though her life is not very peaceful. People in the neighborhood often say, just looking at Maria, you can see her hard work and perseverance. She lives with her only son, Daniel, 35 years old, and her daughter-in-law, Emma, 32 years old. Daniel is a gentle, responsible man with a calm personality. But because of his construction work in a big city, he has to work far away, only coming home once every 2 to 3 months. In Maria's eyes, Daniel is her whole life. As for Emma, her daughter-in-law, she is the one who always worries her. Emma is young, modern, sharp-tongued, but hot-tempered and selfish. She is sweet in front of her husband, but when Daniel is away, Emma changes completely. There are only 3 people in the house, but the atmosphere has never been really warm. From the very first days of living together, Emma did not like her mother-in-law. She thought that Maria was old-fashioned, slow, getting in the way. The unpleasant words started from the smallest things. Don't touch my kitchen. Mom, you're washing the dishes too slowly. Let me do it. Don't tell me stories from the past. I'm not interested. Then, at first, Maria just bowed her head silently, trying not to offend Emma. She thought, girls nowadays are different from me in the past. I'll just endure it for the sake of peace. 19 friends. But the more she endured, the more Emma took advantage. Every time Daniel went away for work, Emma felt like a burden had been lifted off her shoulders. Some days she didn't cook, or, after cooking, she only scooped a small portion for Maria. Many evenings, the old woman had to eat cold rice with water. The neighbors saw this and felt sorry for her. One day they brought her some hot porridge. She just smiled and lied. My daughter-in-law was so busy that she forgot my portion. But Emma herself stood behind the curtain, glancing at her coldly. One rainy afternoon, when Emma had just returned from work, she saw Maria drop a bowl. The sound of breaking made Emma furious. Oh my God, you ruin everything you do. This house doesn't need you. Go wherever you want. Then she immediately gathered her clothes and belongings, put them in a nylon bag, and threw them out in the yard. Maria stood there, frozen in the rain. The cold wind cut through her skin. The rain mixed with her tears. She didn't say a word. The back of her shirt was soaked. Her gray hair stuck to her forehead. She turned around and left her own house. The 72-year-old mother, walking in the rain like a shadow. She got lost in the city. No money, no place to stay. At night, she slept on a stone bench. During the day, she begged for leftover bread. She sat huddled next to the bus stop, her hands trembling as she held an old bag. Anyone who passed by looked at her with pity. But Maria never blamed her daughter-in-law. In her heart, there was only one thing. Don't let Daniel worry. After Maria left, the house became empty, but Emma felt free. She started to dress up more, go out at night, text constantly on her phone, laugh mysteriously. Just a few days later, the neighbors started to gossip. Saw her riding in a strange man's car. Saw that man stopping by the house many times when Daniel was away on business. Emma became more and more daring. She believed that Daniel was away, and no one knew. Because she was so engrossed in this secret relationship, Emma hated her mother-in-law even more, considered her an eyesore, and wanted to get rid of her. But karma always has a way to return. Maria wandered to the city. At night, she slept on a stone bench. During the day, she begged for a piece of bread. No matter how hard it was, she never said a bad word about her daughter-in-law. In her heart, she was afraid of only one thing. If my son knew, he would be heartbroken. After more than 2 weeks, Daniel was suddenly given a leave of absence. As soon as he entered the house, he couldn't find his mother. He couldn't find his old slippers. He couldn't find the familiar cough. He asked Emma, "Where is your mother?" Emma pretended to be sad. She was sad about family matters and left. "I couldn't find her." But her evasive eyes made Daniel suspicious. He asked the neighbors and heard things that made his heart cold. "We saw Emma chasing your mother away on a rainy day. Recently, a strange man often came to the house." Daniel was stunned. He didn't say anything. He just rushed to find his mother. At the crowded bus station, Daniel saw a familiar figure sitting in the corner. Maria, his mother, was holding a torn bag, dirty clothes, and a pale face. He ran to hug her. "Mom, what have you had to endure?" She choked. "I'm fine. It's just that I'm old. I'm bothering my wife and children." Daniel couldn't hold back his tears. He carried his mother onto the car and took her home immediately. At the crowded bus station, Daniel saw a familiar figure sitting in the corner. Maria, his mother, was holding a torn bag, dirty clothes, and a pale face. He ran to hug her. "Mom, what have you had to endure?" She choked. "I'm fine. It's just that I'm old. I'm bothering my wife and children." Daniel couldn't hold back his tears. He carried his mother onto the car and took her home immediately. Despite being treated badly, Maria still gently helped Emma up. "Get up. I don't blame you. If I get angry, this family will fall apart." Emma hugged her, crying like a child. "Mom, I was wrong. I made a mistake. I'll do it again." Daniel stood watching that scene with tears rolling down his face. That night, after taking his mother back to the motel and letting her rest, the husband returned to his own home, the home that he had once believed was the most peaceful place. But today, it was the place that made his heart heavy. He opened the door and walked in. His daughter-in-law was sitting on the chair, her face calm as if nothing had ever happened. He asked, his voice low, "How long have you been treating my mother like this?" The daughter-in-law was startled, avoiding his eyes. "Brother, who did you hear that from? Mother always complains. I can't even take care of the family." The husband's voice rang out, strong but full of hurt. "I met my mother on the street, carrying a torn bag, covering her worn-out shirt to beg for food. How long do you want to lie?" The atmosphere was dead silent. The bride began to tremble, tears falling, but her voice still tried to justify. I just want my mother not to interfere in family matters. My mother is too difficult. I can't stand it." The husband closed his eyes for a moment, then opened them with disappointment. "Even if she is difficult, she's still my mother. She is the one who gave birth to me. If you want to live with me, you have to respect her. I went to work far away. I thought you would take care of my mother. I didn't expect you to let her go hungry and cold like that." "Oh." The bride burst into tears, knelt down. I was wrong. Give me a chance to make it right." But the husband shook his head. "There is still a chance. But not today." "What?" He packed up a few clothes, then said softly but firmly, "I will go live with my mother for a while. When you truly understand filial piety, then I will come back." The bride looked silently, unable to say anything more, only tears falling. The husband rented a room where his mother was staying and took care of her every little thing. Boiled warm water for his mother, buyed medicine, cooked porridge, washed his mother's hair and washed her clothes. Take her to the park to sit and enjoy the breeze. The landlord saw that scene and burst into tears. "You are so filial. God will bless you." The mother-in-law held her son's hand many times and choked up. "I don't blame you and your wife. I just hope that you and your husband will be in harmony. Don't let it go wrong because of me." The son put his hand on his mother's shoulder. "It's not your fault, Mom. It's because I wasn't there for you." During the days of living alone in the cold house, the daughter-in-law gradually felt empty. She saw the chair her mother used to sit on, the scarf her mother used to knit. All of them seemed to accuse her of being heartless. One afternoon, she brought a basket of fruit to the rented room. standing in front of the door nervously like a guilty person waiting for judgment. She knelt down before her mother. "I apologize to you. Mom, I made a lot of mistakes. I beg you to forgive me." The old mother trembled and helped her up. "Come on. My child, I'm old. I'm not angry anymore. I just hope that from now on the house will be peaceful." The husband looked at his wife, his eyes less cold, but still serious. "It's good that you apologize to Mom. But from now on you have to do it, not just talk." The daughter-in-law nodded continuously, her eyes red. "I promise. I will take care of you like my own mother." And would. As time passed, the small family gradually found peace again. Emma, the once clumsy and hot-tempered daughter-in-law, had truly changed. She took care of her mother-in-law little by little, cooking her favorite dishes, massaging her hands and feet every night, taking her for regular checkups, talking to her to make her less lonely. All of this came from a heart of repentance and sincere love. One fine day, Emma held a pregnancy test in her hand. 2 lines clearly appeared. She stood still, then burst into tears of happiness. That day, she prepared a delicious meal. While the whole family was eating, Emma hesitated. "Mom, husband, I have a baby." The old mother seemed stunned for a few seconds. Then tears streamed down her face. She trembled as she held her daughter-in-law's hand. "Oh my God, finally we have a baby. I'm so happy. My child." The husband hugged the mother and daughter. His voice choked. "From now on, we have to love each other even more, because our child also needs a home like that." End quote. From that day on, the mother-in-law took care of Emma like she took care of her own daughter. Boiled herbal tea to help the fetus grow strong. Cooked nutritious porridge. Supported her when she walked. Told her life stories so she could understand the heart of a mother. When the baby was born, a beautiful baby girl, the whole family was overwhelmed with happiness. The grandmother, mother-in-law, held the child in her arms, her hands trembling but her eyes shining. "My grandchild, from now on, none of us will be abandoned anymore." The whole family hugged each other, as if to make up for all the wounds they had. Life can push us to make mistakes. But the most precious thing is not the past, but knowing how to change. Remember, mother-in-law or biological mother are both mothers. Old people are often difficult, but their hearts are the most vulnerable. A careless word can hurt the elderly for life. And no one knows, tomorrow we will see our mother again, or not. If anyone is listening to this story, cherish your parents while you still can. Don't let carelessness turn your loved ones into strangers. Don't wait until they are gone to realize you were wrong. Because in this life, filial piety is not an obligation, but a blessing. Blessed are those who know how to love their parents, because heaven will open the way. Life will be peaceful. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to today's meaningful story. If the story touches your heart, helps you understand more about family love, filial piety, and forgiveness, then late-night storytelling is truly grateful for that. Every listen, every share from you is the motivation for me to continue telling more humane, close, and profound stories. If you love this content, please click like to support the video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories. Click the notification bell to receive new videos as soon as possible. Once again, thank you very much for accompanying me and the channel. Wishing everyone peace, happiness, and cherishing the loved ones around you. See you in the next story.